Welcome to Motivation to Momentum. And the reason why we use that term motivation to momentum is because motivation is just a spark. It's just a little bit of energy to get the momentum going. You cannot live and grow off of motivation alone. Think of motivation as the spark, and then the momentum as the energy that the vehicle, your vehicle, my vehicle, us, that we gather, that we create, that we generate, we maximize and optimize. And that being said, today's lesson is decide what you want to be, do, and have. Or actually, perhaps we might want to frame that a little bit differently. Decide who you want to be, do, and have. Now, what does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean be anyone other than your authentic self. So be okay with, own your majesty, own how unique you are, and decide, which means to cut off, right? D is off. Pierde is to kill or to cut, and then D is off. So when we decide, we eliminate all other opportunities, all other options, and it's just what we have. So decide to be yourself. And by the way, go out and create, earn. If you want to be a millionaire, go out and create $1 million, not because of the money, but who you must become, how much character you must chisel out, how much of your true, authentic, full self must come out in order to ethically, morally, sustainably, and joyfully have that level of abundance and beyond. So we must make those decisions as to who we're being and what we are doing so that we can experience the having. Sometimes people get it a little backwards. There's this unfortunate mindset for some that, well, once I have that $1 million, then I will be happy or do things that are worthy of said riches. But here's what's interesting. That is a little bit like saying, I will start exercising and eating right after I lose the weight and have the energy. See, we've got to do the work first. How do we do the work first? By being that person to do that work to have those results. Now, clarity is really important as well in this context. So what we really need to do is have some of those incantations, those declarations, those ways to keep ourselves focused on moving forward. So we have a few here to think of. I am defining in compelling detail what I want to be or who I want to be, what I want to do, and what I want to have. Have that clear. Imagine, visualize you as that incredible, authentic person being self-expressed, adding tremendous value, and in return, receiving all of the abundance, all of the gifts that the universe, God, Mother Nature, your clients have to offer. I'm letting go of childhood programming that holds me back and replacing it with positive thoughts and images about my compelling future. We're running old patterns all of the time, aren't we? Think about it. We learned certain things about money, about business, about finances, about opportunity. And this is old programming that's going on that we don't even realize we picked up. It actually happened so other than consciously. These were patterns that we picked up without us even realizing it was happening. And we are still consistently being programmed. And if you think that's not true, just take a look around your world and notice, are you the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with? Are you being irritated by perhaps some things going on in the world, feeling like you have more to offer, feeling like there's some disconnect? Well, if you're feeling that disconnect, if you know that you have more to offer than you've been currently offering, that simply means that that other than conscious programming is still running. Now, we could talk about that another time. Reach out to me and we'll discuss it. That's part of the Freedom Hack program, is unpacking all that and destroying all of it. But we need to recognize and consciously make the decision to let that go. And then lastly, I'm focused on what I truly want for my life based on my own values and life experience. What we need to do is focus on what it is we want. If you think about driving that vehicle, that momentum, when you're looking for an address, let's say you're driving along the road and off to the side is the address, the number that you're looking for. Well, what happens when you look off to the side? The car naturally veers towards that side. It just will find its way to get off course. So wherever we're focusing, we are manifesting. Wherever we are focusing, we are manifesting, whether we like it or not. So this is why it's very important that we're focused on what we want, not what we don't want. Oftentimes, you may find this out. You may ask somebody, well, what do you want? And what do they share? Well, what I don't want is, and then they share. People say things, I want to be debt-free. Try on financially free. Because all we're doing, if we're saying we want to be debt-free, is we're continuing to focus on the debt. So take notice of some of these other than conscious programming that is happening that we've been taught growing up. Say focus or gain some focus on what it is you're focusing on for starters, and then make a decision to celebrate what works and then add what's missing. So that's food for thought. That is the motivation to momentum conversation. Decide what you want to be and who you want to be, what you want to do and what you want to have. The order is be, do, have. So if you have any questions, any thoughts, go on to ifreedomhacknow.com or thementormind.com. If you're a coach, if you're a speaker, if you're an author or an aspiring coach, speaker, or author, go check out thementormind.com. And my wife and I are there to serve and support you. We have a group on Facebook. If that's something that you'd like to check out, join the group. And we're just here to add as much value as humanly possible so that we can together transform the world. We'll see you soon. God bless.